Brutal. What a day. What the
I feel bad for you, Phil. I feel bad.
I flopped a full house. What do you mean, what am I thinking? What the I mean, well, I got in, there's 30,000?
Nine. Ace for Phil Hellmuth. He also limps.
We've got some more limping, which is basically like the vulture circling.
Russ raises to 2,000. King, queen. Antonio calls. Tony G, small blind. He's out.
Everybody wants a piece of this loose cannon money. Ike got out of the way last time when he had 2 7s.
Ike folds. Jason calls. Phil raises to 11-2.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands too, because they raising everybody out here.
Oh, boy. Decision time now on Harlow. You could see how much he's got left.
How much?
9,200 more.
Might as well give it to me.
Phil limp re-raised in order to isolate the cannon. At this point, I don't think Russ has much of a choice.
He calls. Antonio folds.
Call.
So's Jason.
Heads up.
We just saw these two dance a few moments ago. Looks like they're ready for their next song.
The flop. King, 5, king, trip kings for Harlow.
Russ has crushed this flop.
Hellmuth checks.
Russ should bet here to try to get some value. He doesn't have a lot of chips or a lot of time. He's probably doing everything he can to not jump out of his seat. One reason why playing on the internet's better.
He bets 20,000.
How much you have left?
45,000.
45 total, gets them all in.
Phil puts Harlow all in.
No chance he's folding. I think he's just taking a moment to soak it all in.
And Russ calls.
Wow.
The worst.
35.
Phil is drawing virtually
I
dead.
just got over 100. He just has to dodge 2 more hands and come back tomorrow. So sick.
I'm glad I hit it to 5.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking backdoor flush?
What do you mean, what am I thinking? He has to move in, right? I mean, he
Oh, I mean, you can't move in unless he has a hand. I mean,
6 total.
how much?
10, 20, 30, 40, 40.
What do you mean, what am I thinking? What the I mean, well, I got in, there's 30,000 in there or whatever. I mean, I'm playing no matter what. I have to give him a chance to bluff off his money. That's the only reason I check.
Phil can only hit running aces or running hearts.
you want insurance here?
So brutal. What a day.
There's some way we can
The guy
insure.
folded so many hands, just waited, and then Phil Hellmuth just doubles them up. No problem.
Instead of like betting 5, and you could just bet 5 and fold. Or you could put 45 in.
Russ is picturing driving his kids around in that new minivan.
The turn. It's a 6, and Russ has a profit.
Why would he bet 20,000? It doesn't make any sense. If he had a king, why would he bet 20,000?
Because he knows his opponent will ship it with ace high. That was deep love, kid. High tech.
46. He's over now, right? No, I was just. He's got like 110. He's got like 110.
I needed that. Well done. Well done, man.
That was so sick.
Very nice.
I got one of these. That's kind of
They're all
really pretty.
Slapping high fives and clapping.
Yourself with aces too. That would be very unfortunate.
What makes you believe you're going to get aces?
Pass.
Raise again.
Raise to 6,000.
Raise them all,
take.
fish. Every
Pass.
pot.
Call. Pass.
Mr. Bate.
Pass.
Checking.
Check. Check. $6,000. Called. 14,000.
Raise it.
Raise.
$26.
26,000 more.
All in.
All in.
Fishy, fishy, fishy. Who knew I'd make a full house this early in the game, buddy? I think it's bye-bye, Phil. I don't know how I can lay this down.
You're the best.
I'm trying to lay this down, but I can't do it. How much does he have? Did he turn nines full on me?
$53,000.
Wow. This is sick. Well, this is what it's going to take to get me out of the Premier League. Hands like this one, I guess. I can't lay this down. Sixes full is good.
Here's 5.
No, I had nothing. Not even a pair. 7-8, I made a straight in the end.
Really?
Yeah,
You had 7-8?
made a straight in the end.
Sucked into.
Made a straight in the end. Fish. What the
I feel bad for you, Phil. I feel bad.
I flapped a full house.
Is that he just does his own thing and
All right,
doesn't pay
gentlemen,
attention to
I'll
the
call
points, and it aggravates people.
Yeah, he
need
just
a
wants to
6
play
and a
correct
3 that
poker. He doesn't want to do anything to do with points. It's about as good as you're going to get with a flop of King Jack.
Check.
51.
I think you mentioned at some point that everybody knew the Jungleman was at it when the turn comes. How'd you know?
It was just pretty obvious. I don't know. It was just the way he calls, and he gives a lot away live, but it just felt like he was bluffing. There's not many hands he would raise the turn with. You see, all his value hands you just call again, I think, and then probably get a raise in on the river. So when he raised, it was just like he was trying to blow Phil off a hand.
And after Phil's check raised the flop, you have to give him credit for
I
something.
think he goes massive as well. He goes 40 to like 160 or something.
Oh, so sick. I hate poker sometimes.
Look at you sitting there
How much?
shaking your head. You know it.
Dealing queens and me, ace jack.
Kind of strange because at the time I thought Phil had the check raised with the intention to, you know, pick off a bluff, but then when he got raised, I think it's almost like a speech thing to get him to bluff again. It must be because he called the river.
And then it hits.
That's just
Bam.
brutal. It's like the worst one as well.
Right, because you
check.
can give him a little bit of credit for having the heart draw
Yeah,
there.
like, you know, like ace queen of hearts maybe or something like that, but 7-8. Don't see that one ever.
At the end of this hand, Daniel just puts his hand over his face so he doesn't laugh out loud.
So many times in this Premier League, Jungleman was about to ruin his tournament and just seemed to wiggle out on the turns of the river. So everybody was just like kind of jealous and a bit annoyed that he was running so good because felt like he should have lost his chips a few times.
Got anything, Jungle Man?
I think this is one of those times in the Premier League where everyone was so involved in watching the hands because it all meant so much.
Yeah.
Straight.
Look at that smile.
Oh my God. Welcome to the jungle.
Just look at Phil.
Got fun and games.
I like your call.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good call.
he's got a 4, and I think it's a good brilliant.
You knew he was bluffing on the turn. Everybody knew he was bluffing on
Yeah.
the turn.
I knew he was going to try to give me all the money too. It's just so sick.
I like your call.
I really do.
You know Phil's about to go crazy here.
Wow.
Tried to bluff off all his money. He had the Premier League locked up, and he decided to bluff it all off. The guy had 600,000. He had a lock to make the final table, and he risked it all against me.